We're recording, but it's all good.
Oh, shit, we good.
So apparently Ashley can make some dope-ass chicken adobo.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Make sure that it's moist.
Correct me again on how I'm supposed to be doing this, bro. So
So
bodies
then-
like this.
Yeah, so then body like this,
Bet.
and then we're going to be looking at each other. And, that's how we're going to start off the podcast. This
We
is the
out here,
lunch
dog.
table, food for thought. I'm Nico. Blitz, subscribe button, and also that notification button, too. Shout out Diggs Management for putting me on. A fresh air
Of
of air
A breath of fresh air.
in Los Angeles, man. I got put on to his song Midnight Club just a couple days ago, and I was like, why is this guy not everywhere in LA yet, bro?
Yeah.
Yelohill, what's popping?
What's good, man? Thanks for having me, Nico. It's a blessing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them rappers that's punctual, so, man, you told me 3 o'clock, I'm here at 2. I'm here at 2:15, 2:20. Let's get it, bro.
You came so early, and I'm just like, yo, like, rappers usually come like 30 minutes later, even just like right on time. But
Yeah.
I appreciate the punctuality, bro.
Yeah.
And for that reason, we're just gonna take this shot of Hennessy.
Let's do it, bro.
You know? Cheers,
Cheers, brother. He gave me a double one, so I gotta take my time.
There's a secret to drinking, right?
What is it?
Okay, so you know how you smoke weed and you kind of have to like inhale
Yeah.
twice, basically? So before you take the shot, right?
Yeah.
You take a deep breath, keep the air pocket
Yeah.
in here. After you sip,
Yeah.
as soon as you're done swallowing, you just blow out.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And you kind of just release all the taste of the alcohol.
All just exactly. I get you.
Exactly. You're blowing out the taste of the alcohol.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean?
Just how we exhale the bullshit when we smoke that weed.
Hey, you know what I mean?
For sure, bro.
But Yelohill, man, like, I was actually just binging a whole bunch of your music before
Yeah.
you got in here, and I really couldn't think about, like, why you're not, like, fucking everywhere right now,
Yeah,
bro. I mean,
yeah.
you had, like, the Tatiana remix that popped
Yeah,
off not
yeah.
too long ago, and,
We
like...
call that Marviana, too. Yeah.
Marviana, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, like, an ode to where you're from, right?
Exactly. Yep. We just, just transcribed it into being Marviana because the neighborhood I'm from is called Marvin.
Okay.
So instead of Tatiana, Marviana. She's a Marviana. And you know what? I got a couple females that just changed their Instagram names to Marviana. Like Marviana Josie, Marviana Ashley, Marviana Katie.
No, you didn't, bro.
This
That's
shit is
crazy.
wild, bro. So this female's calling themselves Marvianas now. And, it's not a disrespectful thing because, people might say Tatianas are like Tatianas. Marviana you might just be a fan of Yelohill music or some shit.
Hey,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
It's kind of like how Cardi just has, like, Barty Gang or something.
Exactly. You gotta have some type of movement going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No God, bro.
So, I mean, you rap blue, but you're Yelohill?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yelohill is it's deeply embedded into my Native American culture. So beyond like the gangs and beyond like the street code and just, the neighborhood that I'm from, Yelohill was given to me from a Cherokee Indian tribe.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's further up north. Most of the Cherokee Indian tribes are like more in the Midwest, like Galesburg, Illinois, Peoria, Illinois. But when it comes down to like this specific Cherokee Indian tribe, we got one up there like right by Hollister, and going up north.
Oh, wow, that's not too far off.
Right before, yeah. So we got like a little, a little reservation and shit.
Okay.
A lot of that stuff is like, if you know about like the fraternities of like Masonic temples and stuff, a lot of that is like secret culture. Cherokee Indian tribes have somewhat of a secret Indian culture, so a lot of the information can't really be too much disclosed. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Yelohill comes from like a deeper place as opposed to just the street ethics that I represent.
I hear you, bro.
know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna test your Native Americanness. You already know where the reservations are. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, he's legit, bro. That's
bro.
cool though. So then that's even just basically an ode to like your heritage
Exactly.
and like, the people who, I mean, the original people of this land.
Yeah.
The people who we owe a lot of respect to.
Exactly.
Let me just add that.
Yeah. Just get deeper embedded, past the gang shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you gotta just have like gotta give a shout out to your heritage, your ancestry, and all that shit, bro.
It's funny because now that you mentioned that you're Native American, I could just, as soon as you walked in, bro, I just felt this emanation of wisdom just coming out of you.
Yeah.
And I feel like, the Native people of America have that because, I mean, I don't want to get into like the stereotypical type of shit, but it's, you know what I mean? Like there's just so much about you and your culture that's just deeply rooted into these places that like we, like the visitors of this country, can never really understand.
Exactly. No, I appreciate you for saying that. That's honestly one of the most humble things anybody has ever said to me, especially when it comes to the heritage. So, you know, kudos to you, bro, for sure.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
Yeah.
So wait, is your family? What were you born in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I'm from LA.
Okay.
So I'm from West LA. You know, Pico, Fairfax, Washington, Marvin District, and shit like that. I'm a baby. I'm West LA baby. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, man. That's the song, right?
Yeah.
Buzzin'?
West LA, baby. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to the homie. No, for sure, man. You know, yeah, just that's the district. Because, you know, a lot of people come to West Los Angeles and are like, well, shit, all I can think about from West Los Angeles is like the Grove or, you know, maybe going to like the district of like Fairfax of like Hall of Fame and shit like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, every city got its like boroughs and its, you know, its alleys, nooks and crannies, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I've spoken to DJ Head about this, and I feel like there's like a huge disconnect between like West LA and like the rest of Los Angeles because you know, Tyler's from like that Fairfax district area and
Shout out to Tyler.
And you know what I mean? Like those are just like
Can't flog no.
Can't flog now, bro. You know what I mean? Like represent.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's still baby sipping. You know what I mean?
Bro, I gotta take it easy, man. I've been partying all 2, 3, 4, 5 days, man. But no, back to what you were saying, though.
Yeah,
bro.
like so. Why is there such like a huge disconnect between West LA and the rest of like Los Angeles?
I feel like, and I don't want to be one of those bitter rappers.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people, not steal our culture, but they really dabble into our culture more, and we don't really get the proper respect or notoriety or the recognition that we deserve. Like, you know, we came out with that whole skateboard P. You know, Pharrell did, you know what I'm saying? He came, but a lot of that skateboard, swaggy, Fairfax, you know what I'm saying? Like that real Hall of Fame.
That really came from West LA.
That's West Los Angeles. And that was like a big, huge thing like 5, 6 years ago. It still is now. A lot of these rappers do their pop-up shops in the Fairfax district and shit like that. And it's cool. We love that. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, we just want our light. And that's why I'm here. I'm like, bro, West LA, I'm like the voice of it. I feel like I'm the artist that has the most notoriety here.
Well, I feel like it, bro. In every single song, you're saying West LA, and I'm like, I have not met somebody who reps their city like so much, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Got it blasted all kind of times, but yeah, bro.
How many other tattoos? I mean, I feel like you're just blasted all around.
Oh,
bro.
everywhere, bro. Everywhere. I'm about to do the neck. I don't know if I'm gonna touch the face though. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it, bro.
Every time the females be like, yo, don't fuck with the baby face. Don't fuck with the baby face.
I was about to say, bro, you definitely got the baby face. You can't be fucking with that. Well, what was your first tattoo?
It was this right here. It was this, you see the Skyline buildings?
Yeah.
At first, it just looked like a grid of music. So I didn't even have the detail in there. I didn't have the palm trees.
Oh, wow.
So I just got this first. And it was just a weird place to start to start a tattoo. Then I started getting back into it. Boom. Then I started down here. Then I finished all of this. And then, you know, everything else just followed. And then just recently, I just hit the hands. You know? So the hands after that, man, it's time for the...
Is there any tattoo you regret?
Yeah, bro, I got an ex-girlfriend's name right here.
Hey, man, so do I, right?
Oh, God. Hey, but shout out to her, though. That's the homegirl still, but you feel me? I'm like, damn, why'd I do that shit,
That's
nigga?
you know, it's on the complete opposite side of where my shit's at, too, bro. That's so funny.
Bro, that shit's wild, but it's right here blasted and shit. So if I'm with a female or some shit like that, and I'm sliding, maybe I take my shirt off or something, they should be like, wait, what's that name right there? Oh, it's my grandma. I just say it's my grandma or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but do you ever feel like you're gonna take it off, or do you feel like it's just like a part of you now?
It's already concealed, really.
Okay.
So I feel like I've been through some trials and tribulations with the females. So it's like, I mean, I don't see why I would like take it all the way off. But I mean, if Dr. Tatoff wants to give me a discount, nigga,
You dig?
fuck with you ASAP, nigga.
I'm trying to get my shit for free, bro. Like I already know how painful it can be, so I'm like, yeah.
That shit looks more painful than a tattoo. That shit just be having like crazy.
Well, because it's supposed to dig underneath
That's crazy.
all those layers of
See,
skin.
I
It's
don't
damn
even-
near touching like your bone.
Yeah, that's too much.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm solid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I'm good, bro.
So Yelohill, bro, when do you get into rapping, and what's it like for you? What was it like for you growing up in West LA?
It was cool. I mean, we have a cross between like the cool ritzy side where there's like just shop owners, and then you got beautiful women, Beverly Hills with these big old Rolls Royces and shit, you know, sliding through. And then you got like right when you pass Fairfax and you go up towards Washington, towards my section, or you go down to the Playboys and you go like over there, or even like in our jurisdiction, in our area, it's ghetto as fuck. So it's just like we get the cross between a lot of shit. Like one street, you get over here, I might just be at Hanson's Cakes. Hanson's Cakes is like a real bougie bakery.
Okay.
But then you cross the street and you go past Pico.
Completely different.
Completely different. So we get the best of both worlds. It was cool. I mean, you know, we got good food. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got a solid culture, and a lot of people take from our culture, but we appreciate that and shit. So it
Yeah,
was
man.
good.
I mean, that just means you're doing something right.
Yeah, bro.
You know, because I'm from the Bay, and you know everybody be taking from Bay culture. I'm just like, you know, at the end
I
of the
was just
day,
about to
like,
tell
you
you
know
that,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like whatever,
Yeah.
it's cool. As long as I know that we're
Yeah.
starting this shit, like it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Shout out to Pilo too, man.
That's
I've never
your
met
boy?
him. No, but shout out to him because I heard about him. I read up about him, and he does his own beats and his production. He's a cool rapper. He did shit with E40. I fuck with everything that he's doing. So Pilo, I am too. I'm a fan of the whole Bay movement. Filthy Rich, all them niggas is tight.
Well, I
to
think
me.
they really cultivated the idea of what an independent artist should be like.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
mean, Chance the Rapper is obviously the first independent artist who
Yeah.
made it completely mainstream.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like E40, Mac
Yeah.
Dre, like everybody, they're just signed to their own labels and they're doing it by themselves.
Yeah. No, for sure, bro. It's just wild. But yeah, I mean, the culture out here is amazing. So I'm just happy to be a part of this shit. I'm just trying to evolve and let's metamorphosize together. You know what I'm saying?
So when do you get into rapping?
When did I get into it?
Yeah.
Um,
Like, man, I came out the womb. You know what I mean? Like
Already with
we hear so many of those stories.
already with some headphones on and shit, on everything, bro. No, I mean, honestly, I went to school in Glendale for like maybe a year,
Okay.
and there was this dude named Persist, and he works with World Star Hip Hop, and he was always in the rap scene. I would come to school, cuz had the freshest clothes on, and he had chains on. And he was the flyest dude in school. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck do you do? Like, he's in school with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I rap. I was like, bro, let me come to the studio with you. I just wanted to observe. I'm just intrigued in that type of shit. I'm a real fashion type of nigga, too. So when I seen him just head to toe fly, I'm like, this is dope. I wasn't a rapper at the time. So he told me to come over. His studio was in Burbank.
Okay.
When I slid to Burbank, he threw on a beat, and he was just like, yo, you should try to rap, bro. You should try to rap. I'll write you a verse real quick. Come back. I went to go get like maybe hot dog on a stick at the Burbank Mall or some shit.
Okay.
He wrote something for me. I slid through, and he had it written for me, and then I was just practicing it for like an hour, 2 hours, or some shit like that. He threw me in the booth, threw the Pro Tools on, and I was just reading off of it.
Easy.
He ran it back. I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking nuts. And then we gave each other this look. I was just like, you thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe you should just start fucking rapping. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So once that happened and shit, I just like kind of transcended into becoming like a musician and just really indulging into my musicianship and artistry.
Yeah.
And then after, nigga, I just kept it going. I took a little break for a minute, but solid. It's been like a full year where I've been taking this shit super duper serious.
A full year.
Just a year.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I was on and off.
So
and
I guess that goes back to like why I feel like you should be a lot. I feel like you should be a lot bigger than you currently are.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
you know, I guess like
Yeah.
that break kind of like
Yeah.
delayed you just a little bit. What was going on like during that break?
You got
period?
life shit going on. You got like gang banging and like getting in trouble. I mean, that's kind of like why I kind of sustain myself now, and I'm kind of calm now because, you know, back in the day I used to just do all kind of shit, fighting on the bus and getting in trouble.
Wild shit.
Not even just that, but just maybe female problems and shit. Like falling into love also will take you away from your craft too.
You know, we are preaching the same thing I've been preaching for the past couple of years of my life, bro, because females get so distracting.
Yeah, hell yeah they do. Hell yeah they do. Period. So when I was like fell in love, I was like off the grid. I couldn't. The homies would hit me up to just even maybe go even smoke or eat, and I'll be like, nah, bro, I'm at the beach with it, like, or I'm doing something. I'm at the Cheesecake Factory, or. And I don't, and you know what, nigga, I got tired of the Cheesecake Factory because it's like, fuck the Cheesecake Factory now, nigga. Understand?
And no diss, I do love their cheesecake though, but the idea is just
Yeah.
that like you get distracted from real life and
Yeah.
actually pursuing what you want to do in
No,
life.
for sure, bro. It's ridiculous. So there was that, and then I was just kind of just cool off of it. And then I just recently, I mean, you go through heartbreaks. So after I kind of got over the heartbreak, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take this music shit serious. And just got back in the studio, and then I made one song. It was called Gangsta. I wrote it, got on a beat, and I'm like, yo, I'm back in this shit. Because at first I was just drunk. I was at the homie spot, and he was like, bro, you want to get back into music? And we just started going crazy, bro.
Yeah. Just started getting back into it.
Start getting back into that shit, man.
And what's cool is just that you just seem like such a natural when I hear your music because there's some people who I know like are kind of like forced into it. And I'm just like, and I hear it, but it's like everything about you when I hear your music is just like so with it and it's so natural and it's really important to me that you represent like everything that you represent. You know what I mean? Because people do not do that shit.
Oh no, they don't. No, they don't fucking do that shit, man. You gotta just kind of dive in it. When you try it too much, it just comes off as like fraudulent. You got to just be your authenticity level with music has to be all the way to 100, period. Like you preaching some fake shit or if it just sounds too rushed, nobody gonna feel it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, like before I even started doing this type of music and sticking to my roots on some G shit, I tried to even just do singing or I might have tried to do like some J. Cole shit just to like separate myself. And when you try to separate yourself too much, that's when people look at you like, bro, come on.
Yeah, you're
trying too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyler the Creator is sick. So Tyler the Creator, like when he came out, he was like, that's just him. You know what I'm saying?
Eating bugs and shit. I'm like, bruh.
And at first when I seen it, I was like, this nigga just doing some like trying to get famous shit. But then when you start to follow him and you follow his timeline, and I would see him in the Fairfax district and area, I'm like, no, this is really who this nigga is. So his authenticity level matched it.
Yeah. You know, I remember first moving out here to LA and me and my sister ended up going to the Fairfax district, right?
Yeah.
And the first store we ended up seeing was the Odd Future store. And I'm looking over, I'm just like, oh, that's Tyler.
Yeah.
So I walk over there, me being like a super fanboy and shit, me 21 years old, like, yo, like, can I get a photo? He was like, bruh, not right now, but whatever. And I'm just like, okay. I got my flick, but I was just like, wow, like he really didn't want to fucking do that, but then he still let me do the shit. You know what I mean? And it's just
he
like,
probably gets that a lot.
Yeah,
But
to me, it was just like he was just so authentic that even though he's like, nah, fuck you, bro. You know what I mean? It just made me like fuck with him more.
No,
I'm like, that is really you.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that nigga, man. He's a Fairfax baby, though. That's kind of how we are and shit. Like, we not too standoffish, but I mean, like, it gets to that point where, like, bruh.
Do you guys have a relationship together?
No, you know, I ran into him a couple times at, there's a cafe called Swingers Cafe on Beverly. And I ran into, that nigga he be over there. And then I seen him a couple times. I was like, what's up, cuz? He's like, oh, what's up, bro? Because we seen each other before. Yeah. But, I mean, like, on some, like, real relationship shit, like friendship shit, nah.
Not really?
Nah, we ain't got, nothing like that. But, I mean, shout out to Cuzzo. He from the city, though.
Shout out Tyler, man, and everything that he's done. Yeah. But back to Yelohill, man. Yeah. So, you know, growing up in, like, West L.A., like, how do you get initiated into the Crip gang?
Oh, man, it's different with different gangs and shit like that. Like,
because I know there's like so many different sections of Crips too, and that was just like one of the most mind blowing things that I learned about within the past couple months.
Yeah. There's different cards. There's like the neighborhood card. There's the gangster card. Then there's like the hustler card, and these are just different Crip like cards like that you play. Like if you got like gangster Crip, we push the 3. Neighborhood, they push the O. So neighborhood is like 40s, 60s, 100s, and that's what they bang. That's like 40th Street, 60th Street, 100s. Us, we bang gangster Crip, and we're like our own region, our own jurisdiction and shit. So, I mean, the initiation process to get put on any hood is really just like a simple like what they would call it is like a beat down or like you get put on or some shit. And me, I had to fight like three homies. You know, I had to fight 3 homies,
bro.
And until you done, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and how young were you when that happened?
Man, that was like young. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you're like really like adolescent ages, like 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, and then you kind of grow out of it, cause you know that it's like it leads to a path of destruction. It's like once you get a part of it. There's only 2 routes for it. It's either like jail or death. That's kind of like the end road for a lot of this shit that goes on. But if you like take it and you do something positive with it, like music or be creative in the set, like instead of like picking up a gun, pick up a video camera, or instead of like picking up like some drugs to sell, maybe you should pick up like Pro Tools. There's different things that you can do as opposed to like being like everybody else. I feel like it's a process of repetition that's really a system of destruction and shit. Yeah. But it's like I can't fly away from it, and I'm not flying away from it.
Yeah.
You know.
So let me ask you this: like once you're like in the gang and you know like people of like your hood like see what you're doing, right? Do they more so like try to push you to keep on doing the music shit, or do people try to like keep you in the gang as much
like
as possible?
The hood?
Yeah.
Oh no, the hood is supportive and shit. It depends. Everybody's different. Sometimes you got hood niggas that just will fuck an artist up. Like if you got a homie that does music and you from the same gang and shit, some homies will be like, nah, cuz you gotta come to the hood and we gotta go do this, we gotta do that. Cuz where you been at? But my homies, like, they real supportive and shit. As long as you ain't turned down no fades, or if you ain't never turned down like going on a mission, doing whatever, then the respect level's there. It's all about respect. If they don't respect you, then they gonna be pressing on you. But if they know your resume and they know you're a real solid stand-up dude and you fought and did whatever you had to do, then then people will leave you alone. Like my homies be understanding, they leave me alone and shit. But I be in the set though, so I'm not a stranger to my area.
Yeah. So then how do you balance between like being the set and also doing this music shit?
Hard.
You know, because it's like I can't imagine you trying to like juggle both because they're both so demanding.
Yeah.
From at least what you're telling me.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, bro, where you gotta show face. Like, because you got a lot of people that false claim in the music industry, like, and they'll never be in the hood, and they think it's attractive, or they think that it's gonna make them look macho, or it's gonna make them look like, oh, he's a badass and shit like that. When in reality, it's like, if you would just stick to your own thing and do what the fuck you gotta do, that's fine. But back to what you were saying, like trying to juggle both of those things is like it's a process in its own. Like if the homies hit me up like, hey, pull up to the set, well, I'm over there. But if I got a studio session, homies understand. I'm around a lot of like very, very wise gang members. You know what I'm saying? Like people that got like have a lot of wisdom in them and shit like that. At least from my hood. So, you know, you got I don't know how other hoods work. Yeah. But my hood,
this is just yours in particular.
My niggas is straight. Like they be like,
damn, bro.
I'll be like, I gotta go to the studio. All right, cuz for sure. You already know. Hey, let me know if you wanna. Can I roll with you? Yeah, slide with me. Because I'll bring homies from the set to slide with me sometimes.
So how does like, I guess how is your hood's like affiliation with like the other ones? Because even like amongst Crips, there's like so many different like sections of them, and it's like I know certain ones just don't fuck with certain ones.
Yeah,
like is yours like kind of like generally neutral?
No, we're not a neutral hood.
Okay.
We definitely have our allies and our enemies. And it dates back to just before, I said this on an interview before, but it dates back to even the Romeo and Juliet days when you had the Montagues and the Capulets.
Okay.
And the Montagues and the Capulets had beef for so many years that there will never be any like peace or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, trying to play Peacemaker in this day and age is like,
it's rough.
It's really ridiculous unless you're Jesus or like, like nigga, because it's just there's been so much backlash. And
it's rough too. And you know, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. But it's like even when we have somebody like that who unfortunately passes away, like you know, the politics amongst the streets will still exist.
Definitely, this shit don't stop, bro. Like my enemies know who they are, and my allies know who they are. But it's one of those things where it's just like my mind is so elevated. But at the end of the day, your mind being elevated sometimes doesn't matter to the realities of this destructive society that we live in. So I can be up here, spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual wise. And mentally and physically, I can be all the way like past in another realm. But my enemies ain't thinking, they might see me at Barnes & Noble and I'm reading a book on some literature shit. There go cuz right there. I might have just came from church, drank some water, and had a nice acai bowl. And you know what I'm saying?
Acai.
Acai,
you know.
acai bowl. But you know, and then they might be on some bullshit and try to kill me or jump me.
Yeah.
So I have no choice but to know a lot and be knowledgeable, but I have no choice but to stay dangerous forever till the day I'm gone. I gotta stay dangerous. I gotta be leery of people. I gotta, you know, watch my surroundings and shit like that. But I never move scary. I just move wise. You know.
Well, with that being said, I'm happy you're here, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if there's anything going on in North Hollywood.
No,
you know,
good,
you know, we good. You know, there's a tea shop over there. There's a pizza spot.
Yeah.
So man, like so much Bay Area influence in that record Midnight Club. As soon as I heard the hook, I was like,
And that gas,
Lamborghini going hard by like Keep the Sneak. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. We got hella love for the Bay Area for sure.
Yeah, bro. Did you grow up listening to Bay Area music, or who did you listen to
All kind
growing
of
up?
shit. I mean, being a Cali and being a Crip, I mean, the first nigga that I heard was Snoop.
Yeah.
You know, I was a young dude in the back of like a car seat in a Jeep. Well,
Shit, you even got hair like old school Snoop,
Yeah,
bro.
you
You know what I mean?
You feel me? Oh God. But yeah, just listening to him, and as I got older, you know, just started flourishing as a young dude that wanted to listen to music. I was never limited to my musical choice. Like my mom, she would put on like George Benson, Phil Collins, Christopher Cross. She'll put on like Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Damn.
She'll put on Selena. She'll put on just,
Everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, like I was just around all kind of shit. But Bay Area for sure. Like Bay Area, I started getting hip to that shit when the Yellow Bus shit started coming out.
Damn, he really know what's up, man. He popped his collar and everything too, bro. You
When the
feel me?
Yellow Bus- I was like, bro, they going crazy. Super hyphy. Keep the Sneak was probably the first Bay Area artist that I really cling to. And then you got like, obviously people nowadays like Mozzie. You know, all these crazy. I love all of these. Nefta Pharaoh, like just niggas nowadays just are keeping this torch lit. You know.
Okay, so now that I got like an idea of who you've listened to, like what kind of books do you read? Because people just don't mention Barnes and Noble, like
Yeah.
you know, reading a book. So I know you're like you're into literature.
Yeah, I'm into like self-enrichment literature. I'm into what's that shit called? It's by a secret. It's called Secret, but there's like they have like a different series of books.
Oh, you can talk. Go ahead.
Secret histories of the secret history of the world. I've been looking at that, and it's about the Freemasons, pilgrimage. It's about the pyramids.
Yeah.
It's about our founding fathers, the ancestral background of like the Indians, the Navajos, Sacagawea, and shit like that. How America was founded and shit like that. So I'll literally sit in a room, my nigga, and just be reading glasses on, and nigga, like, I'm out of there. I won't even be at the people. I'll airplane mode. People hit me for the studio. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, I'm on some literature shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's so interesting.
So I'll just go get books like that and shit, bro. And then like art books and all kind of shit. I'm into everything.
What I mean, seeing as how like why are you so like into history, bro?
Oh man, I was always intrigued into things that I wasn't there for, because it just looks so appealing to me. Like seeing the Nina, the Santa Maria, and you know all those boats with the pilgrims coming in over here, and just kind of seeing like the genocide shit that happened and shit. That shit just struck my. I was like, bro, I wish I was there so I could have fought. I wish I was there so I could have fought some of the pilgrims or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
You sound like you like Assassin's Creed.
No, I like that shit, cuz for sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. So that, and then like. I just feel like that's cool. Obviously, you can't really do much you can't accumulate any revenue off of the history books unless it's about something about cryptocurrency or something.
Yeah.
But just history in general has just been appealing to me. That was one of my favorite subjects in high school and in middle school and shit like that. Just Black history, you know, even Asian culture I embedded in it. You know, Chinese triads and shit like bro. I'm telling you, I got a whole collection of just shit that I'm just. The music is, you know, I'm a musician, but like a lot of, I'm past all, you know what I'm saying? I'm past all that.
So I do have to ask this question. Like, what is your favorite part of history? Like your favorite portion of history? Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite portion of history that you've like learned about thus far? I don't really get too many history lessons in here.
Yeah, no, you good,
know,
bro.
so I'm actually highly intrigued.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, honestly, I'm interested in the Bohemian Grove Society.
Which is?
Bohemian Grove Society is like a whole bunch of delegates and Republicans and people like maybe like I don't want to name drop, but you know, like you got your TV stars and you got like your basketball players, rappers.
Got you.
And they take like this retreat up to Northern California. And it's a secret society, and I don't know what they do in it, because obviously they won't leak none of that stuff and everything, you know. But it's more or less on like secret society shit. I've always been interested in. My grandfather, he was like a Mason. I'm a full Christian and stuff like that.
Okay.
But just you know, from the Masons to Christianity to the Crusaders, I just been so fascinated by like different groups. anarchy groups, all kind of groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just was fascinated by that. Always was fascinated by picking a side and not being like a agnostic or like an atheist or just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in Jesus Christ and I'm a Crip. I believe in Crip and I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in community reformation and progress, community revolution and progress. That's what Crip means to me. Like, some people just bang Crip. Like, you got these kids nowadays that just want to bang Crip because they like Blue, or they think it's tight, or they like Nipsey, or they like. But my shit is more like I'm on some like revolution shit.
You said it was a creative.
Nah, it's community revolution and progress.
Wow, bro.
Yeah,
that's the first time that got broken down. Man, look.
Yeah, bro. So it's my mind is on a whole different fucking escapade, everything, it's wild. Yeah.
And it's cool because, like, all these groups essentially have a leader and somebody who represents them, and I think it's important for us to see the difficulty about like picking sides. Like, on the extreme side you get like Republicans and you get Democrats, right? Which is like extremely extreme. However, like, I feel like in this day and age, like, we tend to pick sides in order to figure out our personal identity and what is it that we actually represent. Yeah. And I feel like you're that type of person, considering like, you're part of Crip. You're also like embedded deeply into like Native American roots. Like, I feel like identity is so important for you, bro.
For sure. Yeah. It's definitely, I mean, it shouldn't really like decode who you are as a person.
100%.
But I just take from different. You know what I'm saying? I just take from all of the stuff that I'm involved in, like with the Cripness and then with the Native American and then with me having like a relationship with God. All three of those aspects are. Bro. Yeah, bro.
That shit's so crazy to me, dog. You are definitely Enigma. When is your birthday?
August 3rd, 1991.
Oh, so it's coming up.
No,
it just passed. Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Happy birthday, man.
Good looking,
shit,
bro. Appreciate
man. Look, what'd you do for your birthday?
Man, I just turned up. I had like a little. So I booked with Airbnb. And they told me I had a penthouse.
How's this going?
And it looked crazy. They got long, big hallways and fucking jacuzzis inside and shit. When I booked, I walked in that motherfucker, and as soon as I walked into the kitchen, then I walked out, and that was the end of the fucking whole thing. Like, it was just the smallest penthouse in the world and shit. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I had a couple people came through. JRock came through. From Black Hippie, he slid through out of nowhere and shit. But we just drank, and I had some lemon cake for Yelohill. I had the homies slide through, and it was good vibes. Some of the homegirls, it was cool.
Yeah.
I just like to, I keep my shit real private. I'm not one of them friendly niggas like, pool party, August 3rd.
Everybody.
1157 Broadward Avenue. Pull up. Nah, my nigga. Like, that's cool, but nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, hella private.
Hella private, bro.
How do you know JRock?
I used to work with, his homegirl named Devlin back in the day. Before I was doing music, I was fucking with this little pharmaceutical company and shit. We was working. She heard me rapping one day on my break. This is when I was younger. Before that's the last job I had. She's like, "You should do a song with my nigga JRock." I'm like, "What'd you say, JRock?" She's like, "Yeah." So my management got at his management when I had because we was working and shit together. We ended up doing a song together called Hood Rich. And my alias was different back in the day, and then we just got cool.
What was it?
It was nephew Luciano.
Nephew Luciano.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's kind of saucy.
Oh God, yeah, bro. Back in the day though, but yeah, man. So we got cool, and so the relationship was just cool. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We smoked some blunts in the studio, and that was that, bro.
And it's just chill as fuck.
Man, it was just chill. The song is out now. You can look it up. It's old as a motherfucker though.
Yeah. You ever talk to Top?
Nah, I don't.
JRock's just really like that.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't. And me and JRock, we don't really know each other like that. I won't even pretend like he's the homie. But I'm just like, we met up, did a service. He gave me some good words of advice, and then we just split.
What was that advice like?
He was like, just be careful in the music industry, and do your shit yourself, and don't have to don't depend on anybody, man. You just got to do this shit yourself. And I was like, all right, bet, bro. That's what I needed to hear, man.
That's how you keep 100% of all your revenue.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh God. Hell yeah, bro.
So Yelohill, man, you got the single out right now. Do you have like an album coming up or like an EP?
Yeah, man. So I don't have a name for it, but I have an album coming out soon, for sure. I've been working with just the craziest producers be the niggas with like 8 followers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh God, bro, the homies got like
Bruh.
8 followers, and I'm like, bro, what? You making shit better than some of these industry producers?
Hell yeah.
So a lot of my shit is all in house, and it's with niggas that got like 2 followers.
Hey, man.
You know
Fuck
what I'm
it.
saying? And it's
as
hard.
long as the music sounds
And
good.
it's crazy,
That's all that
bro.
matters.
And it's all about that. It's all about the creativity. You can have 6, 7 followers. I'm all about just working with whoever. Fuck the follower base, nigga. If you got some good hot shit, I'm fucking with it. Period. You
Well,
know?
shit. With that being said, everybody fuck with Yelohill, man. Fucking the single's out right now. Midnight Club, Slapper. I need the DJ pack for that so I could play it everywhere, bro.
I
I'm
got
just
you.
saying.
I got you.
Album coming out sometime soon. Any features on it?
Yeah, man, we're for sure gonna go crazy. Just a lot of West Coast artists. We're gonna keep it West Side for now, and then yeah, we're gonna go crazy, man.
I love how broad you're being. You're very you're very media trained. Yelohill, where can everybody find you?
Man, at Yelohill for everything. Should I say it to you or to the camera?
Yeah, whoever, bro.
Hey, at Yelohill for everything. At YELOHILL. That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter. That's on YouTube. That's on motherfucking everything.
know.
That's on Cash App. If you want to send me some money, man, fuck it, man. Let's go. Moving.
Hey, man, do it. This is the Lunch Table, Food for Thought. I'm Nico, Blitz, Yelohill, and we are out, everybody. Yay!
Hey.